All right, what's going on, everybody? Today, me and MoodyTUCO will be ranking all of the CS gloves. Right, because CS2 is right around the corner, so we wanted to make some CS videos. And the first one we'll be making is ranking all the gloves. Now, here's how we're gonna base them. C is, for us, we think C is middle of the pack, mid tier. It's not good or bad; they're decent, right? B is they're good, A is they're very good, and S is gonna be like perfect gloves.
Yeah,
Now,
like
D
exceptional.
Yeah,
Perfect. Nothing you could really ask for. D is gonna be. I wouldn't advise getting those. We wouldn't really advise getting those. They're okay.
The
E is
they're
E is
bad.
probably not really worth getting it. F is like worse in the
Horrible,
game.
absolutely terribly.
I wouldn't be caught dead with one of those gloves on.
Wear the stock ones. But yeah, let's get straight to it. And the first glove that we're gonna start off with is the Bloodhound Gloves. We have the bronzed. Now, how are we feeling about the bronzed?
Pretty clean Bloodhound Gloves. For particularly the Bloodhound Gloves, I think that it's on the cheaper. They're on the cheaper side of gloves. So if you're really on a budget, pretty good gloves to go for.
Absolutely.
They combo with a lot of stuff. As you can see, it looks pretty even good with that vanilla knife. I would say he's going C tier.
I agree. Yeah, they're solid. I mean, nice colors, and they probably match with a lot. Nice budget gloves. So let's put these in C tier. Moving on, we've got the Bloodhound Gloves Snake Bite. All right, we got snake bites, and these are okay. You know, we've got this snake, skin design on it. The palm's okay. Nice gold and black, but the snake skin's okay.
I'm not really a big fan of snake skin patterns in general. I want to say that these are fine, and if you pick these, I'm not really gonna say anything about them. I just don't like them that much myself. Again, on the cheaper side of budget things, so again, a good budget choice if you really want to save some money. But personally, I think these go, and I would probably put them in D tier. I don't think they're
D tier.
They're not really that nice.
Yeah, I'd put them in D tier as well. They're okay. Oh boy, next up on the list we have
Gorillas.
And man, these are hideous.
Wow,
I'm sorry, guys. These are horrible. What the red is very out of place. The camo on the gold, the palm is just this olive nasty green. These are awful.
I mean, they just give me the kind of a dirty look. They got that mesh red. They got this like poop brown with the green like DD pad, and then your character's dirty ass fingernails. I just don't think it's a good combo.
I agree.
As I would probably put them in F tier. These are like the worst gloves in the game.
Yeah,
arguably.
I would say these are F tier as well. These are not it. Moving on, we've got the Bloodhound Gloves, and I believe these are the case hardened.
Yeah. Next ones we do have the Bloodhound Gloves case hardened.
So in CS specifically, these are not pattern based. From what I understand in CS2, they're going to be pattern based. However, since all of them look the exact same and it's a case hardened pattern, it kind of brings it down for me. They look decent. It's a little bit weird how there's blue on one hand and none on the other. They're okay for me.
I think when they become pattern based, is gonna do these a really good justice having a pair of blue gem gloves. But as of right now, because they're not pattern based and they're just basically the same glove with different wear, I would say these probably go into D tier for me. They're not very attractive looking.
Yeah,
you're trying to be Michael Jackson, but like you don't really commit all the way, so you put on two gloves.
It's just, yeah, I'd say these are top of D tier.
Definitely a little better than.
Moving on. We've got Hydra Gloves next. Then the first Hydra Glove on the list we've got is Mangrove. I think these are it. Yeah, we've got Mangroves.
All right.
These are very the color scheme it's subtle and it's not very pretty, I will say. I'm not too huge of a fan of this color scheme, honestly.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to agree with you. I think the color scheme's a little bit kind of dookie-ish. Like they don't look particularly that nice. They kind of look like you found them in a mangrove. They look like the name fits perfectly, and for that, I think it gets.
I'd put him.
I would say maybe D tier, even E tier. I one of the other.
Yeah, I think these are going in E tier for us. Okay, moving on to the Hydra Gloves, we've got the Emeralds next.
The Emerald Gloves are pretty clean. I think they look fine, and they're nothing really gonna shock you, but they're solid. And of course, like I said, for most of these fingerless type of gloves, these operation gloves specifically, they're on the budget side. So if you want something a little cheaper that has a good look, simple, can match a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
these are
these
fine.
are solid.
I would say these are probably C tier.
I agree. Yeah, we're gonna put these top of C tier.
Yep.
Moving on to we've got the Hydra Glove, a Rattler, and off rip, I'm not a fan of the snake skin on the Hydra Gloves.
I would probably put these in E tier, honestly.
Yeah,
Not a big fan of them.
These are going in E tier for us. We're not too huge of a fan. All right.
I would definitely say, you know, if you want
We said
a better, E tier, yeah, definitely probably the lowest in E tier. I would honestly put them.
Yep.
If you want a pair of snakeskin gloves, there's way better choices you can get that are coming up later in the list.
Absolutely. Moving on, from the Rattler, we've got Broken Fang Gloves, and the first of the Broken Fang Gloves, we've got needle points. I believe that those are it. Yep. Okay, we've got the needle points. I like the design on them. The color is a bit weird, per se. It's like this like leathery color. I like the design. It's cool, but they're okay.
It's got a pretty neat design. The main issue I have with these is that this would look way better as a hand wrap, in my opinion. The actual pattern itself, and it's nice, but it just doesn't really fit these red leather gloves. I would probably put him. I'd probably put it in either D tier
Or top or bottom
or
of C.
bottom of C tier, either one.
I'm gonna say we put them in bottom, top of D tier, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's definitely the best of the D tier looking gloves, and so
Moving on, we've got the unhinged gloves. Okay, I like these a lot. I like they are snake pattern. However, the silver on black looks a lot sleeker. It matches with a lot more skins, and these are great budget gloves. You know, if you don't mind the snake pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say, ironically, this is the least unhinged snake pattern that there is so far. So it's pretty sleek, black and silver. You can never really go wrong with that. And the snake pattern, black and white, it all looks really well, matches together pretty well. Good budget gloves.
These are solid. I'd give them C
They're
tier.
pretty nice. I put them in C tier. I would definitely say this is maybe above the bronzed.
Yeah,
and below the emerald.
jades.
I think next up we have is the jade. Actually.
Yeah, next up is the jade. Yep, there we go. And here's the jade gloves. The jade gloves are nice. These are solid. We've got the nice green, shiny green on this like bronze color. These are cool. They're a decent, you know, color.
Yeah, you won't go wrong with these. I think these are pretty nice, and I think if you want to get some budget green gloves that don't break the bank, this is a good way to start. Combos with a lot of different knives.
I say we put them in.
So they go in C tier.
C tier, maybe above.
Probably above, maybe. Yeah, I would say personally, I like them a little bit less than the unhinged. But
I agree. Yeah.
I definitely think they're good.
Okay, next gloves that we have is the yellow banded, and here they are. Okay, these are the yellow bandage. They're interesting. The color's decent. I don't mind the black on this yellow, tannish yellow. For me, it's a bit tacky with like this splashing and then like a solid, gold like emblem of the snake and jaguar in the middle. So these are okay for me. I like the colors, but the design not so much.
I think that this would be this type of pattern would be better suited on a different type of glove. And I think that's kind of what's throwing me off on this one. I want to personally say this probably goes into
top of D tier. Yeah, somewhere in mid D tier.
Mid D tier, definitely.
All right, yeah, these we're gonna throw in the middle of D tier. And moving on, we've got
next up we have our driver gloves.
All right, the first driver gloves that we have are
snow leopards.
And man, snow leopards are nice. These are very clean
gloves.
If you want like an animal pattern, glove, or you want a clean white and black glove, these are great. These are a great choice. These look nice.
They definitely are. They look fantastic to me. I really like these ones. They look really good with a lot of different knives and weapons, and also for the driver gloves, they actually are maybe on a little bit more of the expensive side, but rightfully so. They are very clean gloves. So I think personally, I would put these in top of B tier. These are really nice.
Or A. What are we?
I would even argue A.
I would put these in it. Okay.
I think either place is fine, top of B tier, and maybe lower on the A tier spectrum. But we have nothing in there yet.
Okay. Top of B or A. These are solid.
I think we can put them in B tier.
We'll put a top of B tier.
They're really good though. They're really clean,
solid,
and you could make a case for why these deserve an A tier.
These could go in A tier as well, for sure. Yeah. So moving on, we've got the Razan the Red driver gloves, and these are solid. Very low key. Red
black,
on
red,
black,
and white.
Yeah. Or
beige.
like this beige. Yeah. These are solid gloves. Can't complain. They're on the cheaper side. Very cheap gloves, relatively speaking, and they look nice. I would give them a high C tier. Actually, I'd give them a B tier. I would give them a B tier. Yeah.
I definitely think these are significantly better than the gloves that we've gone over so far, and I would definitely say these deserve a B tier, lower than the Snow Leopards.
Moving on, we've got the Lunar Weave driver gloves.
Lunar Weave driver gloves.
Let's see if I can find them. And all right, here's the Lunar Weaves. These are cool. I like these a lot. I like the blue on. We got homeboy just chilling. All right,
AK.
We've got the black on this nice shade of like dark blue, and I like the checkered pattern on it. X, how you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of these. I think the checkered pattern looks really good with the blue. Nice deep blue. It has a lot of good combo potential. Clean gloves, kind of subtle, sleek. I would say these definitely either below. I'd say B tier. B tier.
I'd give them B tier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Higher than the Razan the Reds.
I agree.
Good spot for them.
Oh boy.
Next up is the Racing Green.
The Racing Green driver gloves. And here we go. Here are the Racing Greens. These are awful. This green color is horrible. I think the color is what kills these gloves. They are
tan is a really weird combo in my opinion.
They're so dark. These are honestly bad gloves. These are one of the few gloves I would call bad.
I would definitely agree with that, and I'm not gonna say price is everything, but considering the price range of most of the driver gloves, these tend to fall on the lower end. They're pretty underwhelming. I would be pretty upset if I pulled these from a case.
I would be too.
Go into D tier, even E tier.
I would put them in E tier. These are.
I would say best in E tier because I would definitely rather wear them than the other.
I agree, but they're yucky.
They're pretty yuck.
Now moving on to some good gloves. We've got the driver glove Imperial Plaids. These are awesome for a few reasons. A, these are pattern based. B, they're the second purple gloves that are budget. These you don't have to break the bank like with Pandora's.
True.
These look clean, nice colorway. We've got the nice shade of purple on blue in the middle. I mean, these are great budget gloves, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and the pattern suits the driver glove look. They look great. If I see them in game with a nice loadout, I'm always impressed by them. They're bright, but they're not overly bright and distracting. I would say these are pretty solid choices. You can't really go wrong with some Imperial Plaids.
Absolutely.
I would probably put them in B tier.
B tier. Yeah, I would say higher than Lunar Weaves. These are nice.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. We've got Queen Jaguar.
This is to me is an off-brand version of the Snow Leopard, and they're not really the same pattern and same glove. I just think that the color. I'm not a huge fan of the palm color. Ironically, is the main thing that's kind of throwing me off. If it was the same color as the top of the hand, I think it would actually look a little better.
I agree. I mean, they're okay. I'm not really a fan of the colorway. Once again, I'd always go with the Snow Leopards over these 10 out of 10 times. But these are okay. I just don't like the color.
I'm not a big fan of them. I think it's a little. They're not the best. I would say they're C tier though. Definitely.
I would put them low C tier.
I'd put low C tier. I'd actually put them third above the Jade. I definitely wear them over the Jade, but less than the other two.
The silver ones. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, moving on. King Snakes. King snakes are awesome. They are so clean. The fully white glove, we've got a great pattern on them. I think these are pattern based as well. This is where the snake, you know, like pattern goes great. They look wonderful.
Yeah, they definitely suit these gloves. I'm a fan of these, especially the white. They're really clean gloves with the cool, like almost type of triangle pattern on the interior of the palm. The snake pattern looks good. I'm not a huge fan of snake pattern usually, but they look really good on this one.
These do it well.
I would say this probably go top of B tier.
I would be willing to put it in
A
A tier. I would be willing to put these in A tier.
I think that's valid.
I like these a little bit more than the snow leopards too, so I would bump them up to an A. Okay.
Next one is Diamondback now.
Here we are. We've got the Diamondback, which is basically the king snakes, but with a mushier, greener, nastier color.
Yeah, they're way less clean.
Hello, my friend. What is he looking at? He's looking at
a You got some
E3
slingshots
karambit.
with the...
Okay.
Nice. Good choice. Solid choice.
But
this is not really pretty. These are not good gloves to me, particularly because of the color scheme. I don't mind the snake pattern on the driver gloves, but they don't look very good with this color scheme. I think it looks a little mushy, kind of reminiscent of the driver green and mangrove type of colors.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the surrounding colors.
Fan.
So they're not bad, but I'm not a fan. I would put these in.
I would put these above
the Jaguars.
Yeah. Definitely. Next up, we have Convoy.
Okay, I've been thinking about these, and part of me wants to say these look horrible, and the other part of me like kind of sees what they were going for. It looks very tactical. It's got like the colors match really in terms of like color wheel, related stuff. This matches. It goes well together. Now, as a glove itself, standalone, I'm not a fan. I can see the appeal though.
I don't like these. I really want to, and I think they were cooking. I think they were cooking and they went wrong. I think that where they went wrong was the leather on the driver gloves should not be brown in my opinion. If it was a different color or a darker brown,
yeah,
but this type of like mushy kind of light brown just doesn't really work for me with the camo pattern, and I don't like the stripe across the thumb. I would put these probably in I would say D tier. Low D tier. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. The next ones are overtakes.
Okay.
Awesome gloves. These are
clean.
Cool. Absolutely.
And also, bonus, these are super budget. For some reason, these are probably one of the most slipped on gloves in the driver gloves category, in my opinion. So
absolutely.
For budget.
Yeah.
Brown on black. Brown on dark
like
brown,
this.
really is what it is.
Yeah, brown on, and then we got this like nice orangey color. Really cool, design on the back. This like sewn on design. They're clean. They're streamlined gloves, and these go well with a lot of stuff. These are awesome. Honestly, yeah, especially for the price point. These are great.
I would say put them in B tier. They're a fantastic choice.
I would put them second to snow leopards, honestly.
Yep, I would too. And I'd argue just generally for like if anyone's thinking about getting these, if you're thinking about getting any of the other Bloodhound gloves or Broken Fang or Operation Hydra because they're cheap, you probably want to get these instead. They probably sell a little bit more likely. They look better in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Good choice.
All right,
Crimson.
Moving on. We've got the Crimson Weave. They're solid. Decent color. It's like this dark brown with this red. Once again, as with the Lunar Weaves.
Glove.
It's
a glove that we'll be talking about later.
Yep. It's solid. It's a little bit weird how they put blue on the middle of the, this like band. But other than that, when you're looking at them from the top, they're decent. They're good.
They're pretty nice.
Gloves. Once again, nice design.
I do think that the fact that there is the weird blue kind of makes me like them a little less than the other red Razan the Red option. But they are nice.
What are we thinking here? I'm thinking C tier.
I put them top of C tier.
Top of C tier for sure.
They're good gloves though.
Yep.
So don't feel bad about owning a pair. They're definitely pretty nice.
Solid gloves. And then we've got driver gloves, black ties.
Next are black ties.
These
are
cool.
clean gloves. I mean, black and white. How could you argue with that? Black and white with the black mesh pattern on the palm. They're solid. They're clean.
The little stripe goes perfectly, like the white little stripes.
Yep.
These are like little panda gloves, but no, these are awesome. These are so clean for the price point. They are on the pricier side of driver gloves.
They definitely are.
With, you know, better wear, but these are solid. I'm a fan.
They're good. They're also still, I would say they're a little cheaper than some of the other ones. Like, you'll have a much better time getting snow leopard, or easier time getting these and snow leopards for a better wear with a cheaper price. But I would personally say they're good. I like them a lot.
B tier.
I put them B tier. I would say above. I would say either maybe top of, if not a little bit below the snow leopard. I do like the pattern of the snow leopard a little more. I think it's a good spot for them. They're good.
Okay.
Black ties are nice.
Awesome. Moving on to hand wraps.
Hand wraps.
Arboreal. Here they are. Okay. I mean, these are solid. I feel like this is, if you like, you know, the camo type of look, these are decent hand wraps.
I agree. I think these look better than our other camo option from the driver gloves, convoys. This is like the convoy better, and I think it actually kind of fits more if you like the milsim kind of look. They look better. They're cleaner.
Yeah.
I would say these
solid.
go in C tier.
These are C tier gloves.
I definitely prefer them over. I would say they go above the Queen Jaguar, below the Diamondback. Or yeah,
I think
that's a good, yeah. That's a good
maybe
spot.
Above.
I would
Honestly,
say above the
these are
Diamondback.
solid.
Actually,
Yeah,
I like this
I'd
a lot
say
more. Actually, you know what?
Maybe. I know. I will rock
these
before those. Honestly,
I would definitely rock
silver,
those.
the black and silver ones are so nice.
I agree.
Hold on. Maybe I would honestly put these over these. These are clean. Okay.
Next one up is going to be Constrictor.
These are okay. You know, I feel like if you don't like the color, you're probably not gonna like them. If you like the snake look and you like these dark brown orangey colors, you probably will like these gloves. They're clean, to be fair. They're clean. Just not a fan of the colors.
I'm not a big fan of. I actually like the concept of orange and brown, kind of like this fall urban sort or fall type of camo looking ones. But the snake patterns throw me off. I like the brown inner wrap. I don't like the outer wrap.
Yeah,
it's throwing me off. I would say these could safely sit in C tier. Below, I would say, yeah,
below the Arboreals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one we have the Gucci, aka the Desert Shamag.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, these are the Desert Shamag, and I like these. I never like really paid attention to it, but now that I look at them, they've got a nice simple design. It looks like it's a Louis V like wrap. Two simple color or two colors, I would say.
Yeah, it's about two.
They're simple. They're nice and clean. The nice pattern. I mean, they're solid for hand wraps.
They're clean. They look good. I mean, it's all you really say. I would definitely run these if you want if you're going for like a designer look or you like designer clothes. You probably would actually really like these. Got a good look to them. I say these go in C tier.
I would put them top.
Actually, I would argue you could put them.
I would put them in B tier. I honestly feel confident about B tier.
I think they could go there. That's a perfect spot for them, I think.
Yep. Absolutely.
Next up, the cautions.
These are cool. These are really cool gloves. They're very bold. They're very bright. We've got yellow on black. We've got, you know, it says literally caution warning on it or danger. But aesthetically, they're pleasing. They look nice.
And now here's the question we have to ask ourselves. We can put this in post. Are they pattern based? Do you know? Because they look like they have potential. They look like they have potential to be pattern based.
Go ahead. Can you do the research?
I want to do quick research. Pattern based.
They are pattern based. Okay, that gives them a plus also in the rating. These are awesome. These are very nice yellow and black or gray gloves. And I'm thinking, what are we thinking on this one? I'm thinking.
I want to say that these go
B tier.
I put them in B tier. I put them
low B tier. Honestly, above the Shamakas or below?
I think these can both scoot up then. I think the Desert Shama and the Caution can go above the Razan the Red.
I agree.
I think that's a good spot for them.
Probably not the Lunar
Not above the Lunar Weave, though. I think the Lunar Weave is pretty clean. I don't know if we could put them above.
Okay, moving on. Our next one is...
Our next one's going to be the overprint. So there's actually a few different patterns here. But the one that we have right now is called the polygon pattern. I actually own a pair of these. I think they look pretty cool. They're kind of drip. They kind of got the Gucci look too, with the Japanese kind of flowery looking things.
Right.
Again, pattern based, so I guess is a big plus. I think these go in B tier. They're nice. Light blue is a good color.
These are solid. The colorway is awesome on these. This cyan color matches with phase 3 Dopplers really well. These are awesome. Let's put these straight into high B tier.
I see high B tier. You could even argue A tier for these. I think these deserve to be in B tier though. I think just below the snow leopards.
Well, one below the snow leopards. Yeah, I agree. Okay, moving on. We've got
the leather.
Yeah, here's the leathers, and these are not it, guys. These gloves are ugly.
I think these are really boring and expensive, and I say that because these are considerably more expensive and actually on par with the overprint.
Oh, really? That's crazy. These are yeah.
I think you're kind of scamming yourself. If you want to get hand wraps, there's a way better color picks for hand wraps. I'd argue get the Gucci ones. The Gucci ones are cheaper than this.
Desert Chamois is such a better option. I don't know what possible skins you would like to match this with. I really don't. Maybe you find some like the mud spec or something like that. But man, I am not a fan of these.
I don't like these a lot. They're really boring, and I think the price, we usually not considering price is like a big thing, but considering these are in the pricier hand wraps somehow, I definitely think they're a little underwhelming. So yeah. I would put them in D tier.
I'm putting them in
put top of D tier. I definitely would wear them over probably most of those gloves in D tier.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We've got
next up is going to be Badlands.
Badlands. Okay. And here are the Badlands. Once again, we've got this camo. We've got a yellow or like this tan camo
like
hand wraps, and these are solid. These are okay. Once again, if you're a fan of these camo, hand wraps, these are nice go-tos.
I agree. I think these are fine.
Not
they're
much
solid.
to be said about.
You're not really gonna be missing out on those. I think they're pretty low priced, all things considered. So if you want some a little bit on the cheaper side, actually they're about mid price. I can see why they're pretty clean.
Yeah. So I mean,
I would put them above the Arboreal.
Boreal. Okay.
I'd actually argue. Yep, I think it's a good spot for them. Maybe actually above. No, I think it's good.
The Jades are interchangeable.
I say they're interchangeable with the Jades.
Yeah.
Next up is the Slaughter, which is on the more expensive end of the hand wraps, as you can see here.
And I mean, for a good reason. These are nice red hand wraps. You're a fan of hand wraps. You want red gloves. These are your go-tos. They have a nice low-key design on them. These are solid.
You'll have no hard time matching these with any type of skins, especially if you like slaughter knives. You'll probably want to gravitate towards these gloves because the combo is insane. They're pretty nice. I would say these deserve A tier.
I agree. Let's put these in A tier. Top of would you put these above the snow leopards?
Ooh, now that's a good question.
Snow leopards might have to get bumped up to an A.
Snow leopards might have to get bumped up to A.
Yeah, and then these would sit top of B. There we go.
Yeah, next. Okay. I would say you could interchange these. This is like the red equivalent of the overprint. I would argue.
Right.
They're on the same type of vibe.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I would say this is the red version of the Blue Skulls one.
The Blue Skulls. Yeah. All right. Which one is next? We've got.
Next up is going to be the duct tape.
And here we have the duct tapes.
The meme gloves.
Meme gloves, yeah.
To be honest, this should probably cost $2 because duct tape is like legitimate. You could actually do this in real life. You could make these in real life very easily.
These are like 50 times more expensive than IRL. But
yeah,
I can't even say that because sports gloves. We're not even gonna get into that. But on a real note, yeah, these are meme gloves. If this was a meme list, I would put these in S tier, but it's not. We're being legit with it, so. They're not too crazy.
I mean, if you want to like do a like a bum loadout to where you have like the like cheap gloves even that are cheaper than the stock gloves like price wise, then probably these.
Honestly, these kind of match with this vanilla,
clean, which kind of a dirty combo that you have going on right now.
Yeah, this is solid.
I would say, honestly.
What are we thinking here? C
tier? We can put them in C tier.
I'd put them C tier. I'd put them below.
I would say they can go
middle of C tier.
Yep.
Maybe
good
above
spot.
constrictor or below.
I want to say above constrictor. I like them more than the constrictors, but
I'm gonna have
less
to agree.
than the other ones.
Okay, next up.
Next up is going to be Spruce DD Pat.
Okay, here is Spruce DD Pat.
All right, digital camera pattern.
They're cool.
Green this time. Pretty cool, actually.
They're cool.
I like them.
I like
it's simple.
these.
They're pretty. They're pretty cool. I won't even lie. I didn't actually ever look at these this.
I've never even.
Pretty
It's like
cool.
one of the first times I've seen these. I like the colorway. This nice, unique color. These are nice. Honestly.
Yeah, I think you could safely put these into. I would argue you could safely put these probably into C tier. I think I like them more. High C tier. I would say yeah, above both the Bloodhound gloves or whichever gloves you have there, and below. Actually, yeah, I would say below the Crimson Web for
below
me
the
personally.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up is the blue skulls.
We've got the blue skulls.
Cobalt skulls.
Yeah. All right, cobalt skulls.
Pattern-based.
Bussin' gloves. Pattern based. You got skulls on the gloves. It's a nice shade of blue. You've got blue on blue. These are super clean. They match with sapphires. They match with, maybe M4, the blue phosphor. They match with blue skins. This is sick.
These are nice. This is a very nice. Again, this is the blue equivalent to me than the red slaughter. They got a good look.
I honestly say these look a little bit better than the red ones. And
I would say they look a little better because they have a little bit more contrast.
I want to put them in A tier.
I would say better than the overprint too. These go with A tier.
These
are like A tier hand wraps, no doubt. No doubt.
Absolutely. Next up, we've got giraffes, I believe.
Giraffe.
Yeah, here we have giraffes.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Another animal-based pattern.
Yeah. The colors are nice. I mean, it's a decent colorway. You like giraffes? Giraffe's your favorite animal? Boom, you got gloves for you. Wonderful.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about them. If you like the animal pattern, they're for you. If you don't, it will probably sit lower. For us, I'm kind of neutral on these. I get the appeal. It's almost like a cheetah too.
These deserve to go right next to all of the animal pattern ones. I would say a little bit above the Queen Jaguar.
Above the Queen Jaguars. Oh, Queen Jaguars. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Not right. Yeah, those ones right there.
Yeah, that's solid. I mean, I'd put these above the.
That's fine by me too. Now we can put them next to the animal pattern onslaught we got going on and see.
Okay.
Now we're on to Moto Gloves.
We get into the Moto Gloves.
First ones up are the Transport.
Boom. There we go. We've got Transport.
Very another tactical.
Okay.
The color. This is just straight up Operation Desert Storm Sand.
You like yellow tan? Okay, I know a ton of people like these. A ton of people like these with yellow inventories, and I respect them for that. I just don't like the color, and I don't like how they're like completely like the same color throughout the whole glove. That would be my only gripe with these.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting patterns that I could have done with this one. I don't think it's like hideous or anything. I actually kind of like them when I'm looking at them, but I think its missed potentials was kind of making me have to put them in the lower tier for me. I would say it's C gloves, C tier gloves. They're fine, and I can't knock anyone for. I would definitely wear them. I think
right here.
For me,
what are you thinking?
I wear them more than the duct tape probably because they're Moto gloves and they just generally look a little better. And I'd probably put them above both the hand wraps and below the Bloodhound. I think that's a good spot.
That's solid. Yeah.
If I got this out of a crate, I wouldn't be mad. I'd probably wear them if they're in good condition.
Cool. All right. Next up, what do we have?
Next up, we have the Boom.
That's fine. And here we have Boom. Okay.
Clean.
These are solid.
Missed potential though for me. Another one.
They could have been better, honestly. The crack Boom, like the little design on it, is a little bit like very monochrome, so it's hard to make out what it is. But the gloves overall are nice. I mean,
yep, they look good. They're pretty. I like the color scheme on them. I like the red stitching. I wish there was a little bit more red accents. And if they were the crack Pow Boom was all red, these would probably be A tier gloves for me. But because they're not, I'm putting them in B tier.
I would put them in low B. Lower.
I'd say below the Imperial Plaid.
Yes.
I'd rather wear the Imperial Plaid than those, but more than the Lunar Weave.
More than the Lunars. Yep, that's solid. Moving on.
Next up is Coolmint.
Clean gloves. Very nice shade of blue. We've got a nice subtle design on the back. The hand, the palm area is clean. I mean, these are very subtle and nice.
These are nice. They're clean. If you like Moto Gloves, you're really gonna like these. These are very pretty gloves. They look good. They're blue, and so you know if you want to match them up with anything blue, you'll do pretty well with those.
Well.
I say you should go to A tier, honestly.
Oh, okay, A tier.
They're pretty nice.
They're solid.
If
Top
not
of B tier.
top of
Would
B
you
tier.
put them? Would you put them above the overprints?
That's a good question.
I would put them top
I would
of B
say
tier. I don't.
I would
They're
say, yeah, top of
nice.
B
I don't
tier.
think they're super nice to the point
I think
where
that's fine. Yeah, that's good. I think you could interchange these with the overprints, and either way would be fine. They're both pretty nice.
Agreed. Okay. Next up, we have the
POWs.
And here we have the POWs.
These
I
are
like
nice
these gloves. Oh yeah. And here's the reason why. These are one of the only Moto gloves that are white that don't cost a fortune like the Spearmint's do. These are nice. We've got white on this, you know, orange, red, yellow. Very, very clean gloves in my opinion.
Yeah, I like these. This kind of reminds me of Modern Warfare 2 fall camo. They kind of has the same type of color lineup on the actual pattern itself. It looks really good. It's visually appealing. I like how the letters are doing the exact thing that we criticized the boom of, and it has fill-in, which gives it a little bit more depth and dynamic to the pattern. These are pattern-based too, correct? Okay, there you go, another bonus point. These are A tier gloves for me.
These are A tier for me as well. Low A tier, but A tier definitely. Okay, moving on.
Next up are the Eclipse.
Here's the Eclipse. Okay, how you feel?
They're pretty nice. I like the pattern on the interior of the hand. Black with kind of gray and navy-ish, like really faint bluish hues to them look pretty good. This is kind of like another OEM plus type of glove to where like you have, it looks like the standard gloves for the terrorist side with a little bit more juice.
Sauce to it.
It looks good. It looks good to be. It's very clean. It's very standard. Nice glove.
Yeah, nice gloves.
I say these go B tier.
B tier. High B tier.
Yeah. I would say maybe a little bit less
below the
than
overprints.
Overprints. These are pretty good. I was even gonna say a little less than the Slaughter because I've understated. Yeah, they should go next to the black ties. They're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're similar. I'm comfortable putting them there.
We got Third Commando Company.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Third Commando Company. These are not it. Guys, the colorway on this is just yucky.
I don't know what's going on.
Ninja Turtle ass gloves.
Yeah, these look like a Ninja Turtle. We got, every single color type possibly on there. Green, red, yellow.
It's tacky.
Black.
The design's
It's very tacky.
Just all over the place. I'm not a
These
fan.
are the cheapest of the Moto Gloves, if I recall. So
it's
honestly,
probably a good
if
reason
you're really
for
gonna
that.
get these, I would rather get the transports over these. These are kind of stinky. I'd put them in honestly either D or E tier.
I would honestly put these in D tier. They're Moto Gloves, which for the most part all look good, but man, these missed the mark so bad.
I'd agree with. I'd agree with that.
However, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we've got
The legendary
Spearmints, baby, and oh boy,
these are beautiful.
These are sauce. The colors,
green,
perfect.
Black, red. They all look fantastic together.
The crispy, white, middle of the fingers and the palm. All the colors are where they need to be. The red line is great. I mean, these are beautiful gloves. Honestly, absolutely amazing.
I agree.
Gloves.
As you might know, I'm not sure if you're someone who's big into the gloves, you're big into skins. These are the most expensive Moto Gloves by a long shot.
Very expensive Moto.
So
for Moto Gloves, they are thousands, and rightfully so. For field test, it gets up to 3,000, 4,000, for a good reason. These are very clean.
They're super clean. They look great. I say these could even go in S tier.
I would
say
be
high A tier.
Either high A tier or S tier. Honestly, I would say the highest A tier.
I think these are the highest A tier, and if you spend money on these gloves, you should. If you have it, it's good. They look good.
I'm trying to think. Are these S tier? These might be S tier.
I think personally these could be S tier.
You know what? Let's put
clean.
these in S tier. These are so clean.
They're ridiculously clean, and they're definitely the best Moto Gloves.
Absolutely,
without a doubt.
Yeah, there we go. We've got our first S tier.
On the other hand, we have the finish line.
And here we got the finish lines.
There's potential, honestly. The checkerboard sucks.
I agree. The green on white on this dark blue is it's a weird color choice. The green like sticks out a ton, while the checkerboard pattern is like kind of all over the place. I would say they're a little bit tacky, not very, but
they're a little
bit
tackier. And the way to remedy this would either be to color match the checkers to green, or to make the whole glove monochrome. That's the only way I can see this working. Or you change the checker to being inside the knuckles or something like that.
Yeah,
it's the only way you can see this being fixed. I think these are okay. I would probably put them in C tier. I like them a little bit more than the transporter. I would say probably top of C tier. They're probably the best C tier gloves.
Yeah, I'd say they're the best C tier gloves, but
they're not my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on.
Next up is going to be the Polygon. These are nice.
Absolutely. I like these. The nice little cool design on the back. You know, gentleman dark blue colors.
Yep.
Like Hone likes to say. These are nice. These are simple. They're clean. They got a cool design to them. What else can you ask for?
Yeah, I mean they look good. They're very clean. It's almost like the Moto glove equivalent of the Cobalt Skulls.
Yeah. I would very much say.
So they're pretty good. I would say these could go in B tier, either B tier or even A tier. I
would say the cool mints are a little bit better, so I would put them high B tier.
Yep, I would say that's a good spot right there. Perfect spot. Next up, we have the controversial blood pressures.
And yes, let's find these.
Although our opinions might not be controversial, but we kind of have the same type of thought.
Yeah. So here's the deal with the blood pressures. The carbon fiber is nice. The black on red is nice. The goo design on the where it covers most of the glove is tacky. It is super tacky. It looks like cheese. Really it looks like amoebas flowing around. We don't like it. It looks like some shit out of Resident Evil. I can see why people like it. It's tacky. Yeah,
me too. I think these are good. I think the problem is, the blood pressure actual name and having the blood clot almost look. If you have trypophobia, you're probably screaming right now, and you're probably skipping to the next part of the video.
Yeah, we'll skip.
This is the only glove that could trigger probably a phobia, and so for that they go C tier.
I want to give them C tier, low C tier.
Low C tier. I would probably wear them more than a lot of the gloves in C tier, but probably not most of them. I'd probably put them above the duct tape.
The rattlers, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But actually, yes, I think it's a fantastic spot for them.
Yep.
I like the rest of the gloves more, but they're definitely not my favorite personally.
Okay, moving on.
There's better red and black gloves to go for.
Absolutely.
Next up, we have is the
I believe
turtles.
And here we have the turtles.
Fan favorite of many other ones.
Absolutely, we are turtle enjoyers.
I am a turtle enjoyer.
Nice green Moto gloves. We got the nice subtle orange. We got nice shades of green on it. I mean, the palm looks nice. It's like what's cool is the top is all green and then the inside is all gray.
It's all black.
Yeah, it's
black and gray.
It's a nice contrast, and these are very clean gloves. If you want green Motos, these are your go-to.
Yeah, I think you're very safe to put these in. I would say probably even B or A tier. I think B tier because there's better Moto gloves.
I agree. I would put these high B tier. These are nice.
Yeah, definitely lower than the Cool Mints for me, because I definitely prefer the Cool Mints. But yeah, I think that's a good spot.
Yeah, that's a great spot. Agree. Moving on. What is the next glove?
Next up is going to be the last Moto Glove Smokeout.
These are nice.
These are
nice gloves. We've got nice blue, very light blue line going across, and then black on gray, like Smokeout. These are clean gloves.
If you want a really clean black and white gloves, these are probably one of your better choices. I think these are a little bit better than the Eclipses, despite the Eclipse having a little more of a pattern. I just like the color scheme on this one a little bit more. They're very clean. OEM Plus gloves, like I said, it's a little bit of a juicer version of the Stack T gloves, and so I would put them in B tier.
I would put them
and pretty high up though. I would maybe say even higher than the Turtles, maybe even lower. Interchangeable. You can argue either one.
What feels right? I'd say they're interchangeable. Honestly, very interchangeable. But that was our last Moto Gloves. So now we move on to Specialist gloves. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
There's the foundations.
Pretty cool gloves.
They're interesting gloves. I like them.
I think these are like the most like all these gloves are different like types of gloves, but these legitimately look like something you could go buy at the store right now. Like they kind of like some like cobalt gloves. Like I'm not really sure. Yeah, these are Home Depot gloves. I like them. I like the color scheme a lot on them. The one part I don't like is the specialist.
Yeah, the little text looks a little bit weird, I guess, on top of this mesh. But aside from that, everything else looks great on these gloves.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think these could probably go into
B tier.
I think these are B tier gloves for sure.
What are
I would put them. I would probably put them below the black ties, and above the. Actually, I put them below. Below the Imperial Plaid.
Imperial Plaids.
We can split the difference between if you think above the Eclipse, and we can put them between.
Right here.
Right there.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Okay.
All right. I'll split the difference. We can agree with that for sure.
Yep. Moving on, we have
the buckshot.
All right, here we go.
Gloves.
Here's the buckshots, and man, we are not a fan of these. These are this weird tree branch pattern on top of dark gray or dark green and like this
red accents.
Red accents. These are. If you're
a
hunter,
lot of colors going on.
There's a lot going on, and it's tacky. For hunter gloves.
I think these are D tier.
These are D tier for sure.
There's a reason why they happen to be on the cheaper side of specialist gloves,
hold
in my
on.
opinion.
Where did they go?
Are they the third from the left?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do the
Yeah,
you skipped ahead, but it's okay.
Well, I think they were next up on the list.
Yeah, they might have been moved.
They might have been moved.
Yeah, we'll put them D tier.
I think these. I would rather wear the leather. I'd rather wear a lot of these gloves, to be honest, over them.
Yeah, I'd put them.
I would say. But yeah, that's a good plot. That's a good spot right there.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got Forest DD.
This managed to escape the list. That is not a good sign for these gloves already.
Yeah. However, I will say it's much better than the buckshots. These are tactical camo. If you like specialist gloves, you like tactical looking gloves. These are it. Not a huge fan of them, but I respect them.
Yeah, I think they look. The only problem I have with them is they're a little subdued, and I know they're supposed to be because it's camo, but I think these are fine, and I wouldn't be upset with having a pair of these. They're just not my favorite. I would probably put them in C tier.
I'd put them C tier. Let's put them.
I think below the transport. Yep. Yeah, because I've been wearing camo gloves. I mean, we're already in that same type of sector,
right?
But definitely the transport's more because I like the gloves more.
Okay. Yeah, Tiger Strike, right?
Yeah, these are nice.
Tiger Strikes are cool. These are
super
nice.
Cool gloves.
Very cool design on the hand. You got the Tiger Stripes, obviously. We got this nice shade of white mixed with this burnt orange and yellow. And these are very clean gloves. I like these a lot.
Yeah, these are insanely clean. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, they're pretty nice. I would be pretty happy if I got these out of a container, out of a crate. And so I would definitely say
I'm feeling high B tier.
I think high B tier for sure.
High B tier.
I like them more than all the Moto. Yep.
Yeah, I would put these high B tier. Okay, moving on. We've got the Emerald Webs, and these are juicer gloves. We've got
beautiful,
nice lime green on the dark green. We've got it's pattern based. You can get rare patterns with like the centered webs on each hand. You can get multiple webs. These are juicer gloves. They match with green knives and stuff. And it skins very well.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the best green gloves you can go for. They are on the little bit pricier end of specialist gloves, but I think this is for a reason. They are great color. Green, black, you can never go wrong with those. Lime green and black looks great. I think these are A tier.
A tier, absolutely. That's easy A tiers. I would put them top of A tier.
Top of A tier, definitely.
Okay, moving on.
Next up, we have Lieutenant Commander.
I mean, I didn't even know these existed, if I'm being honest. These go under my radar all the time.
They're kind of sleeper gloves. They're actually kind of nice, in my opinion, though.
They're clean gloves.
Camo-based gloves? Probably one of my favorite camo-based gloves. Definitely.
I agree.
I like it.
My only gripe with this glove is like the pea yellow that they use. It could have been I don't know. The yellow throws it
It
off.
could have
for
been a
me
different
little
color. That could have been a different color.
bit. Yeah.
They could have kept it to really just the blue and black with some tan. I think that's probably the issue.
Yep. What are we
These are
feeling?
C tier gloves for me.
C tier as well.
I would wear them more than the other C tier specials gloves, but less than from transports probably.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Next we
Moving
have
on.
the Fade.
And these are banger gloves. Oh man.
Beautiful gloves.
Awesome. I mean, they basically made the fade skin on gloves and they executed it perfectly. You got a nice, it's pattern based. We've got the blue is great because it contrasts with all the like fade colors because they're, on the warm side of colors because it's like orange, red, yellow. They look great.
I just want to take a quick second to I'm not necessarily actually reading the chat. We have an actual real-time capper in the chat. Homie says he owns a Vice pair of hand wraps, and we have just gone through the hand wrap section, and that's not even a real thing. So he is lying to this guy. He's lying to him. He is trying to sell them too, apparently.
What? 10 mil? Is that
$10 million?
What is going on?
Okay. Anyways, back to the business.
All right, sorry,
Fade,
but
sorry, that was just insane. I had to.
Okay, fade gloves. We like fade gloves. What are we feeling on these?
The fade gloves are really nice. I like them.
I put them in
one of the few purple
low
gloves
A
you can get in
tier.
the game. Basically, low A tier. I would say below the POWs. Yes.
Maybe above. I would say above POWs.
Above the POWs,
Ah.
because it has these are also pattern based, but with a fade,
Right.
which is pretty nice.
Right. And then the older brother of the fade, we've got the marble fade. And here's the marble fade. And these
Ooh.
are just a little bit nicer looking fades in my opinion.
I think the fact that you can make them look like an infinity gauntlet with the right pattern is insane. This gives you the most amount of color variety. If you want to run like a rainbow type of multicolor loadout, this is probably the best.
Yeah, these are
Probably
solid.
the best to go.
It's got a nice subtle color at the base of the glove, and the color changing is beautiful on these. I would put these A tier, and I would say these go above fades.
These are definitely above. I would probably actually wear them more than the Cobalt Skulls.
I agree. But
yeah.
moving on, we've got the
Next
Crimson
up,
Kimonos.
Crimson Kimono, the one I
Oh,
referenced
these
earlier
look
by
so like.
accident.
Look
What's
at
a
this pattern.
really good pattern that we got on this one.
That's a really cool pattern. I would love to wear these gloves. But let's
They're
get
clean.
into these. These
They look
are
great.
pattern based.
It's red.
Red
It's black.
design is like whatever crimson, on this like I don't know how to explain it. It's like this gradient, and
It's a gradient. Yep.
it's got the same pattern as all the kimono, skins, but these are banger gloves. And we have the super rare like tier 1s, which are fully red, which look really nice as well. You can't go wrong with these gloves. These are amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing. The only part that's not amazing is the fact they are substantially more expensive than the other specialist gloves by a long
Absolutely.
shot.
These
And
are
so
the
you
most
gotta be ready
expensive
to
ones.
fork out a pretty penny for these, but for a reason. They're
These are
insanely clean.
beautiful.
If you get a good pattern with them, they look fantastic.
I'd
These are
be-
easy S tier.
I would
in my
put these
opinion.
S tier as well. Now, do we like these more than the spearmints?
Perhaps.
Oh, yeah, I would like.
I
to
think
put these
so.
Over spearmints as well. Yeah, crazy good looking gloves.
Now, next up we have the IKEA gloves, aka Field Agent.
All right,
There we
and
go.
Here we have the field agent. Okay, the field agents. Yeah, the IKEA gloves. They're solid.
They're cool.
Blue and yellow. These are clean, well executed gloves. They're not over the top. They're not anything insane, but they're clean and they're. There's not much to say about these.
Yeah, I mean they're clean. It's blue and it's yellow. If you like blue and yellow, it's probably the best gloves to go for. I look like IKEA. You want to go for IKEA build, IKEA loadout. You can go for that.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty good. I would put them in C tier. I mean, hey,
I'd put them.
top of C tier.
I'd give him B. I'd give him a lower B
I would
tier.
say, yep. You know what? Lower B tier. Yeah,
Below the
I'm sorry,
Imperial
Ghost. I definitely
plaids.
like that. Yeah. They're good. They're good. I like them. They look good. They're pricier, a little pricier for the specials gloves for a reason. They're nice. They look good.
All right, moving on.
Next up, Crimson Web.
Crimson Web, the red counterpart to the
Red
Emerald
Emerald
Webs.
Web.
Once again, same thing applies with these. We've got pattern based. We've got rare patterns with the centered webs. I think these look a little less eye catchy and flashy than the Emerald Webs. So I'd put them a little bit below the emerald webs. But these
Yeah,
are nice.
definitely. I would definitely put them. They're one of the. I would say you would be better off going for the crimson kimono if you had a lot of money to spend. But if you let's hypothetically say you don't, money's not an issue. These are fine. These are pretty good.
Absolutely.
I actually like these a lot. So
And
I would say
put
I like
these
them B tier.
B tier, top of B tier.
Yeah.
Comfortably. Okay. And next up we've got
Mogul, last of our specialist gloves.
Yep. And here are the moguls. Our
I
last
like mogul.
specialists. They're nice. It reminds me of the cool mints on the Moto Gloves. It's got the similar, you know, color pattern template. The Tortu spelled in like this yellow is vibrant. It looks nice. It's a cool design in the back. I like how it mixes gray in there with it.
They look good. I prefer them a little bit more than the IKEA gloves. If you kind of want to go for an less IKEA-y build, but you want to have some blue, a little bit of yellow. The bottom half of the glove looks way better with that nice vibrant blue, like royal blue. And so I think he's good. He's going
put these
top of B or really high B or even
high
A tier.
B. High B.
I would say
put
high
these
B.
High B.
And I would say behind the Tigers.
Yep. Absolutely. And okay, last but not least, we've got the sports gloves.
They are in the juicer category of
Yes,
gloves.
sir.
Arguably, to me, the
ones-
best looking gloves in the game.
I believe they're amphibious, correct?
Amphibious is the first one.
First ones we've got is amphibious,
Clean,
and these
beautiful.
are bussin'.
Go hit that. Go hit the inspect for me. Go ahead, inspect for me. Look at the bottom half. Beautiful, white, light blue. Kind of that light blue with that blue with that blue. So you got 3 different types of blue right there.
Yes, sir. Nice design. It's all over the place, but the pattern complements it. The colors very well, and so is the triangle being white. These are very clean gloves. Absolutely nice.
They look good.
Top of A tier for me.
Top of A tier, definitely pretty nice. I would definitely like to own a pair if I could. Only problem I have with them is, and they deserve A tier for sure. They are on the pricier side of sports gloves.
Of course, yeah.
And you could argue there are better ones to spend money on. That's the only
Fair
problem.
enough.
Probably think you could argue with them.
But if you want blue
they're
ones,
very nice.
these
You want
are
blue
nice.
ones? This is the best blue gloves in the game to me.
Right. What are the next?
One of the best ones.
Next
up are the Vices.
The Vices.
Infamous
Okay.
Vice gloves.
The Vices.
Hotline Miami, pink and blue. Very nice. Although
Okay. The
they
Vices.
are a little bright.
They are very bright. So you're either gonna say you like them and they look really nice, or you're gonna say they're the best glove in the game. I'm gonna say personally, I think these are very clean. These are very nice. They're very, very bright. I think if you want a Miami Vice looking loadout, they're cool. That, you know, these are the go-to. They wear pretty bad because it scratches up the pattern really bad. That's the one downside to these. So
brutal wear.
They've
so
really brutal.
You're gonna have to spend a little bit of money, a little extra money to get a good wear that doesn't end up grading down this like hexagon pattern on the top.
Right, and even in min wear, it still wears it down, but you can get these min wear for around 5K, which is for sports gloves on the cheaper side of things.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to combo these, I'm gonna say, you know, good luck. You're probably gonna be pretty hard to combo them, to be honest, just because it's a little bit of on the brighter side of gloves. I do like them a lot.
I'll give it to them.
I'm personally giving them A tier.
A tier?
Top of A. The best of A.
I would say the best of A. I would honestly
controversial, I know.
I would wear kimonos and cool spearmints over the Vice gloves. I'm sorry.
I would say there's a lot of gloves in A that I would probably wear with the Vice gloves, but I would definitely wear the top S tier ones in the Vice gloves. Yeah. Personally. Very nice gloves though. Don't get it wrong.
Absolutely. No, those are wonderful gloves. Listen. It's just a little. I think
what gets it for me is the really aggressive wearing on
the
them.
wear it kills it for So that's what brings it down just to age. I mean, it's right there. But moving on, we've got, I believe, big games. Okay, and we've got the big games. These are very slept on gloves because people don't know they exist. They're pattern based, so you can get different, you know, very orange based patterns, or you could get the very brown ones, but the pattern is...
I think these gloves and the color is fantastic. I think the only thing I don't like, if you get a really nice pattern without the gigantic barbed wire gray things that are going across
the tree branches.
The tree. Yeah, okay, that's supposed to be tree branch. I see hunting gloves. Yeah, those would be tree branches. Yeah, if you can get like a little bit less tree branch, I think these would be like really, really nice.
Yeah,
really, really nice.
But I can't put them too high up.
Unfortunately,
I'd
we
give
cannot put
him-
him super duper high.
I'd give him
I
B
think
tier.
B tier. Big tree branch is kind of ruining my vibe. I will
Yeah.
wear them less than the tiger ones.
Right.
More than the
Yeah, same spot. Absolutely. Okay. Moving on, we
Ooh.
have.
All right. Well, next up we have.
Next
the big
up, we
hitter.
have Pandoras. These are perfection in gloves. Gentleman purple, black on gray. We've got a perfect shade of purple. We've got it's pattern based. We've got this cool little demons on the inner, part of the hand, and a nice black on the palms. These are beautiful gloves.
Everybody say it better myself. I mean, you got royal purple, probably one of my favorite shades of purple. You've got sports on top of the sports gloves, which is just fantastic. Pattern based on the interior. The only con with this one is if you like purple gloves, you're kind of shit out of luck, and you're stuck with the imperial plaids if you don't have a bunch of money to spend.
Yeah. Now, the one good thing about these being expensive is that even in field tested, they look very clean.
They look really good.
They look
don't
great.
wear super hard,
which is very good because my God, these are expensive. But for a reason, these are perfect gloves, and these are the best in the game. They match with sapphires. They match with so many high tier skins. They go with basically any skin because purple matches with so many things.
So many different colors.
I mean,
it's a perfect color. I think this is top of S tier. The best gloves in the game, bar none.
And
now we will have to take a step down and go back to the Arids.
Yeah, Arids. Okay.
Not bad. I like the Arids. I think if you want to go for a tactical colored glove, you might as well go for the Arids. Better's the best looking glove in the game. It has the same type of mesh pattern as the Pandoras, with a cool, probably also pattern based DD pat type of vibe, green and purple. I mean, green and brown. Looks good.
Yeah,
looks solid.
These are solid. I mean, they're like X said. These are great gloves. If you want the pattern, like the camo looking ones, these are it. I mean, now in terms of other sports gloves, I won't say they're top tier. However, they're good. I'd put them bottom somewhere.
I would say these would probably go into
top of B.
Top of B tier. Actually, below the Tiger ones.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the
best of the camo gloves. Next
Omegas.
up, we have the Omegas. Okay, I'm first off, so you can put a bias alarm in here. I'm a little biased towards these ones. I own a pair of Omegas. I think these are some beautiful gloves. I mean, look at that. Black, yellow, cool hexagon pattern. The same hexagon patterns on top of the vices. Yellow. Yeah, they don't wear the same as other sports gloves, which I think is pretty unique. They have they don't have the same wear inside of these little C cuff with the strap.
Which you see all the time with operators that don't
gloves.
have gloves. Yeah,
exactly, with no sleeves on them. So it looks good. These look great. And even though you might think I'm about to put them in S tier, I actually put them in top of A tier, or at least in the highest of A tier, because I don't think you can contend with some of the S tier gloves, but I think these are pretty clean.
There's not much more needs to be said. I agree with everything, and even not owning these are awesome looking. They're very clean, yellow. I mean, top of A tier, absolutely.
Which I know,
do we put it above
you can
Vice
argue
or
above
above?
Vice. I think we can put them below. I think empirically the Vices are better gloves.
Moving on, we've got which ones do we have next?
Bronze Morph.
Got Bronze Morph. Okay, the Bronze Morph gloves, the watermelon gloves. Oh man, the colors clash horribly. These are yucky. The colors are yucky. Okay, the inside literally looks like the middle of a watermelon between the outer skin and the actual part you eat. That's what the inner part of this glove looks like. The colors are awful.
It's pretty bad on these ones. I don't want to say these are I'm not gonna crucify you if I catch you with these gloves, but I do think they're a little bit of a questionable purchase, especially if you kind of want red. And to me, it's no surprise that they're on the cheaper end of sports gloves.
Yep. I mean,
in fact, the cheapest sports gloves.
Yeah, easily. I mean, the colors are just something else.
They're kind of funky. They're definitely better looking than some of the gloves that you can get.
I'm
I
putting
would not
these
hesitate to
somewhere
put them in
mid.
D tier, honestly.
I was gonna say
They're
C
not D
tier
tier. They're
or
not D
B
tier. C
tier.
tier. C tier.
I'd
For
put
sure.
them
C tier.
low C tier. These are yucky.
Low. I would put them.
I'd put them below the duct tapes.
Yeah.
I'd take
Yeah.
duct tapes over those, honestly.
In fact, I'd also take the blood
Bronzemorph.
clot over them too.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
The tacky on tacky, the Bronzemorph is the most tackiest skin.
All right,
of them
I'm gonna let you take this one away.
All right,
I'm gonna take this one
moving
away.
on. We've got the hedge mazes, and hedge mazes. Once again, disclaimer: I also own a pair of these, so I will be a little bit biased, but I will make the case that these are absolutely amazing gloves. I mean, we've got the white on lime green on this very nice shade of gray. We've got this really cool like hedge maze design, like very intricate design throughout the whole glove. The inner glove, we've got this nice little lime green on white pattern going on here, and these are very aesthetically pleasing when you play with them. And a bonus on top of it is when you hit the right lighting, these gloves, the gray part actually glows with this like
Bluish like
green,
hue, yeah.
green hue, and it looks really cool. Like you guys can see it right now. You see how it glows, and it just makes the pattern pop even more. These are S tier for me, no questions.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't add much more. I mean, these are the best green gloves in the game, bar none. They're S tier. They glow. They have a cool pattern on top. They have a cool pattern on the inside. They're green. They're black. What else could you ask for? S tier.
S tier. Second
I would
best,
say right behind the Pandoras.
right behind Pandora's. Okay, moving on to our final 4 gloves, and we have
Next up, we have Slingshot. Could not tell you what these Could not tell you what these look like off the top of my head.
Slingshots.
Oh, the red ones.
Yeah,
Clean.
You want red, red sports gloves? These are your go-tos. They wear pretty bad because the red becomes very like washed red. That is my only gripe with these. I've had these before.
Yeah, they wear pretty hard. Same thing. It seems like a lot of the gloves that kind of have like the meshy top side and with like really kind of fainter colors wear a little harder, but they're nice. I mean, they're red and it's like beige, which works really well together. They look good. I mean, I would say these
are
are A tier.
solid. I would give these A tier as well.
I would put them. I'm gonna let you place them, and I'm gonna see if
I
I'm not really
feel
sure where
like
put 'em, to
I
be
would
honest.
put them mid. I honestly think right here would be solid. I like the snake skins a little bit more than those slingshots, but less than the Jaguars.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me personally, if I would change one thing, I would say probably I would personally buy the Marble Fade over Slingshots, but that's just me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But they're good. Next up is Scarlet Shimmer.
Scarlet Shimmer. Here they are. And these are the weird red and black gloves.
Yeah, these are weird. To me, they almost don't even look like sports gloves anymore. They kind of like driver gloves.
Yeah, agreed. The pattern is very like
another Gucci pattern. But
it is the Gucci pattern from the hand wraps, but it's not executed as well on the sports gloves.
Because it shouldn't look like that. It shouldn't be like a clothy looking pattern. These are kind of underwhelming. Although I think they're still fine. They're a little too. I wish it was a little redder. Almost. It's just too dark for me.
These are dark gloves. I'm thinking
B tier gloves.
B tier, maybe lower B tier.
Yeah,
below the turrets, I would say.
Below the
overprints.
below overprints for sure.
Okay.
I would even argue I would rather with the slaughters over that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. And
next up is the superconductor. I'll let you cook with these two because obviously
superconductors. I'm a big fan. Some people say they have like a rubber look to them. I disagree. These remind me of like cyberpunk, like Tron gloves. These are cool. They've got this hexagonal pattern on them. They're unique. The inner palm has this like I think that's octagons. Like, octagon as well. Yeah, hexagon pattern. It's like this very nice shade of light blue put on this gray. And the white, triangles on the sports gloves. These are awesome looking. I think these match. These are a bit hard to match with other skins. They match well with Phase 3 Dopplers, particularly. But I think these are very unique and very cool looking. Futuristic.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty futuristic looking gloves. They're clean. They look good. I think anyone who says they look rubbery is kind of missing the point, because I mean, that's not the whole point of like the hexagon look. The hexagon look is supposed to be kind of giving you this futuristic look. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, these are pretty good. A
putting
tier,
these
definitely
A
on
tier.
A tier.
I would put these.
I would say I like them. I actually personally like them more than Vices.
I like
on
these
my
more than
own.
Vices as well.
I know,
that might be
controversial, but they're in the same price range.
Right, for a reason. And our last glove of today,
but not least,
we've got Noct. Very super dark gloves.
Ending it off on a black glove.
The Vanta
Not
Black
bad.
gloves.
Vanta Black. They're insanely dark. They have that cool kind of pattern in them, but they're so dark that you can't really see them. The interior is insanely black.
Crazy dark, yeah. I'm sure these match with maybe like the
black laminate knives.
Black laminate knives.
Battle scarred Damascus steel knives would probably look really good with these two.
These probably match with a lot because they're a neutral
They're
color.
black. It's black.
Yeah.
It goes with anything pretty much. Yeah, you could probably make this work with a lot of things. I do think though, and here's a big deal, and you probably, if you'll catch me, you probably clips of me saying this over and over again, is me saying these are like OEM plus gloves. These are the T-side gloves, but just sports. That's the only difference.
Yep.
Basically, they're just black. Like
Yeah.
they're black gloves. They don't really stick out. They're almost too subtle. They're too stealthy.
Right. I would agree, and I think these are solid gloves, but very, very stealthy.
They take being stealthy to like the next degree, which is a little too stealthy. Although they look better than every C tier glove to me, and probably deserve in B tier as well. Honestly, they probably deserve to be in B tier.
Yep.
But in lower B tier because they're too stealthy. I would say if you're gonna put them there, you should put them behind the Eclipses at the very least.
I agree.
Because
yeah,
they're
is a good placement.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
All right,
these
and
are
here's our final tier list, guys. I'll move my camera for a second so you guys can see. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a pretty good tier list and good
final
placement.
tier list. I think everything is where it should be.
And you could probably move these around. It's your personal preference. I think,
yeah,
especially within the A and the S tier, and especially like within the tiers, you can move around a lot.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you agree with these or if you think we placed some completely wrong. I'm kind of curious what you guys have to say. But we will be making more CSGO related videos coming up this week. Just because of we're hyped for CS2. But I hope to catch you guys on the next one, and peace.